Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo.
Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Men's Soccer Edition, and my guest for this week's show is none other than senior on the men's soccer team, Efrain Bonilla. Efrain, thanks so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
You're very welcome. Let's start by getting to know you a little bit better. You're from Bogota, Colombia, about a 9-hour flight away from home. At least that's what I saw online. What is your story on how you found Menlo College such a long ways from home?
Yeah, so first of all, I came to the United States like 4 years ago. The purpose, coming here was that I just wanted a better education. So I came here by myself. I don't have any family here. I first went to a community college for 2 years. I played soccer for 2 years. And after that, I was trying, to move to a big school. I was trying to get a scholarship, and I had a couple options, but my coach from my community college, he knew Coach Eric, that was our last coach, for last year, and he was the one that helped me contact him. I have some tryouts, and I came here, and I like the school, I like the program, and that's the reason I came to Menlo.
How did Las Positas prepare you for playing at Menlo?
It was a good level. I would say that it's similar to NAIA. We had a great team. We went to the playoffs twice. We didn't win the tournament, but it was a good experience. We played against really good teams, so I think that prepared me mentally and physically, for Menlo.
And right away, you made an immediate impact for the Oaks. You took home a host of postseason honors, and I really think that, with your role in the team, you're not going to score a lot of goals necessarily. That's not what they're going to ask you to do, but you're going to contribute in so many other ways. How would you define what your role is on the team, and how do you go about handling that?
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because when I played in Las Positas for 2 years, my role was different. I was playing as a striker. I actually scored almost 20 goals in my 2 seasons with Las Positas. So for me, it's been a little weird, the transition, because when I came here, Coach Eric wanted me in a different role. So I haven't scored any goal yet with Menlo. I actually scored one preseason goal this year, but so it's been different. I just feel like the team, and for the kind of players we have in this team, the role that I have is just perfect for the team. I think I'm contributing more with trying to be more like a balance, between the defensive, our defensive player, attacking players. I try to contribute to the team, trying to control the ball more, managing the tempo of the game. I think I have a lot of experience with that, so I think I'm doing, a good job for the team and helping them.
Now let's talk about the team a little bit. The Oaks have won their last 2 contests, and in very impressive fashion, 6-0 and 5-1. What have you seen from the team the last couple of games that has enabled you guys to come out and score 11 goals?
Okay, I think that is more about chemistry. We try, to know each other better when we are on the field and also outside the field. And I think, our mentality is improving too. We have really young players in our team, but I think they're doing a great job in adjusting and knowing what the level of college soccer is about. So I think they're just playing really hard. They're believing in themselves. They're being more confident. So I think that's the reason, we've been scoring so many goals and we've been so productive on the field.
I like that you talk about the young players, because this is a very different team from last year's squad that won the 2016 GSAC title. You, of course, were on last year's team. What makes this year's team better than last year's?
I feel, as a soccer player, I say that every team is different, every coach is different, every coaching style is different. So I think we're very different from last year. I feel like last year we had a really experienced, you have really a lot of experienced players, older players in our team. So that was good, but this year we don't have that experience, but we have a lot of energy. We have all the players, they're willing to learn, they're willing to work hard, they're willing to keep improving every day. So I think that's a component that really helped the team. And I think we're building that from now, and I think when we go, next week, in the next 2 weeks, we go to play those conference games. I think we're going to be prepared. The team looks really good right now.
How much did you guys learn in those 2 losses you had against ranked opponents here a couple of weeks ago? It was a couple of tough matches, 20th ranked squad, 9th ranked squad, and you guys fell just short in both matches. How much did you learn from those?
I think Coach Keith was really smart at, putting those 2 games in like almost our first games during the season. Because I think it was like a test for us, and also for the young players to know the level, right? Most of them, they just, they come from high school, the club teams, and the level is completely different. So just playing against these big teams, ranked teams, I think for them was okay, this is the level, this is what we need to do, and mentally, they feel, I see them more prepared for playing against teams like that. So I think it's really good for us.
One of the new players on the team that's been on fire this season is Eric Hegman, now the reigning GSAC Offensive Player of the Week. How dynamic does he make this offense?
I'll be honest, I'm very happy to have Eric in our team. He's a really good player. Now he's building a lot of confidence. You can see him, in practices, he scores all the time. Games, he's been showing all the all the skills, all the confidence he has in front of the goal. So I think having in the team is just something really important for us. I'm really happy for him, and I hope he can keep scoring every game.
If he keeps scoring every game, you guys are going to be very tough to beat. Let's put it that way. Now, you mentioned it earlier, you guys got conference play coming up. Your next 5 games are all on the road. Does being away from home for such a long period of time pose any real challenges?
I think everyone is happy also because we're going to play soccer. That's the game we love. So I think just traveling, having all the experience to be together for a couple of days, playing against big teams, strong teams, I think that's, exciting for us. But also, I think maybe school, it will be the only part that is a little hard for us because we're gonna miss a lot of classes. So we have to keep up with all the assignments. If we have tests, we have to study when we are away. So I think that's the only part that is a little hard when we are away from home.
And yet you guys seem to handle that so well every single year. I don't know how you do it sometimes.
Yeah, it's
You're
hard.
putting in all those hours, working out, practice, games, and then, you have to be a student on top of that.
Exactly.
So difficult, but Menlo College athletes find a way to do it time and time again.
Yes, correct.
All right, Efrain, let's get into the final segment of the show. It's called Brownie Bites. I'm going to ask you 3 random questions. You give me your best answers.
Okay.
Question number 1. Which teammate would make the best star in a reality TV show?
I think that would be Franco Varga.
Why so?
Sometimes I joke with him because I don't know. I always say that he's a soccer player during the day and he's a model during the night because he's a good-looking guy, and he seems to like all these things with reality shows and all that. So I think he will do a great job.
I think you said it well. He looks Hollywood.
Yeah,
he'd
he looks
fit right
Hollywood.
in.
Yeah, exactly.
Question number 2. Which teammate would sleep the longest if on a 9-hour flight?
I think that would be Fernando. He's an attacking mid. I would say it was him. It will be him because he already had a couple rough. He's been late. In the beginning of this year, he was late for a couple of our meetings and a practice. And the reason he was late because he was sleeping. So I will pick him.
So you give him 9 hours to do it. He'll probably take advantage.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Which teammate is best known for his karaoke skills?
This one I will go with Ryan. He's also a freshman for us this year, and I will pick him just because I actually didn't see this happen. but they had a kind of they were just the team was meeting one weekend, just having some fun, meeting each other. I wasn't there, but they told me he was like singing some Eminem song or something like that, and they told me he did a great job. He was rapping and he was pretty good.
Good at rap. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
You good at rap?
No.
You can't drop any lines here?
No.
Okay, good, because I don't want to have to try and challenge you because I'm no better. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Efrain, thanks so much for joining me on the show. I appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. And fans, don't forget, it's a busy time for Menlo College men's soccer. They're going on the road for the next 5 games, so we won't get to see them at home here for the rest of September, but they do play this Thursday, the 14th, at Sierra Nevada College, and the contest begins at 4 o'clock. Then they get into conference play for the first time this season. They take on the Masters University on Thursday, the 21st of September, down in Santa Clarita, and then against Westmont College on the 23rd of September. We invite you to tune into next week's show when Efrain will choose the next victim to be interviewed here by me, Brian Brownfield, on Unrooted Men's Soccer Edition. Until then, take care, and we'll see you next week.
Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al